Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
You can go around the world and not find a better beer than Samuel Adams. Always a good decision.
Bazinga.
Subscribe to Just M1ke Plays, right, for all you can see without the use of a PC.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all keeping well and welcome back to episode 2 of One New England here on Football Manager 2019 Touch. Now guys, I just want to thank you so much for the support on the first episode. It was above and beyond kind of where I thought this would lead. And hopefully you guys will be sticking around for the whole of this as we do go into our first live com of this series against Philadelphia in the MLS. But before we get going through that, we're going to have a quick look back at what games we've played before, as well as going into the transfer history. So, how do we get on pre-season? Well, as you can see, it's not been the worst pre-season of all time. There is at times when I kind of thought, we were quite poor in games, but we still managed to grind out the victory, which is quite pleasing to see. I've had to tweak the formation, the tactics. Sorry, the formation kind of remains the same predominantly. I've just had to kind of change a few of the roles and the tactics ever so slightly. But we did start off with a 1-0 win over at Rio Granada Valley. I was hoping that on this year's touch you'd be able to, can I view the match? There we go. So yeah, just a 1-0 victory here. Callum Rowe grabbing the goal for us in what was probably a tougher game than I thought. So I did actually start by naming my strongest 11 here, and was hoping that we'd kind of, have a fairly comfortable victory. At half-time, obviously, I made wholesale changes. We're still going to manage to get the job done. Can I actually view the goals in this game, though? Let's have a quick look here. No, I can't. I was kind of hoping I'd be able to view Callum Rowe's goal, but it doesn't seem to be the case. I was hoping that because I was thinking last year that it would be kind of really good if you could go back and actually see the actual goals a game, but it doesn't seem like it is still an option, which is slightly disappointing. And but still a 1-0 victory nonetheless in what should have been a more comfortable game, I would have said. We then had a 3-1 loss against Didier Drogba's Phoenix team. This was a fully rotated squad in this one, so I kind of started with everyone out of the team that played. And that's why I think the only players that did actually start was Christian Pinea and Callum Rowe, predominantly just for the fact that there's no real depth in those positions at the moment. But yeah, it didn't seem to really be working. We actually scored an own goal. We then went 2-0 down just after half time, just after the start of the second half, through a penalty. We did actually manage to grab one back as I kind of, the other kind of 11 almost came on and started to control things. But it was short-lived as they actually had a second penalty, which was converted into stoppage time. And yeah, not a very pleasing performance at all. We then actually managed to pick up a 3-2 victory against Columbus, who obviously were a team we will be playing. They named a fairly strong 11, as did we. Although I was trying Wilfried Zahibo at centre-back in this game just to see how to handle it. And we started off really well, grabbing a goal through Christian Machado in the 8th minute, and then going 2-0 up inside 16 minutes with Diego Fundungues. We actually then went 3-0 up just after half-time. Kind of 10-20 minutes into the second half through a Juan Agudelo penalty, and then right towards the end of the game we kind of let our foot off the gas. We went slightly more conservative, maybe a little bit too. They pushed on and they grabbed 2 goals, 1 win, and Matt Turner own goal. To be fair, the second half it was my fault because I shouldn't have gone more conservative. I was just trying to keep the 3-0 lead. And you can see there from the stats down below that they were the more dominant team and probably deserved to come out actually victorious in this one. I'm not going into any more great depth in these because I realised that if I go into great depth on every single match, then it could be here for a while. But we did need to pick up another victory against Deportivo Cali as well. A 1-0 victory there with a Juan Agudelo goal in a fairly boring game. This one concerned me the most, the fact that we were only able to score 1 goal, despite being the more dominant of the two teams and having quite a lot of the possession. But I suppose a win is a win. Now, we'll actually have blurred out the kind of right-hand side of the screen now, just so you can't see what happened, because there is a few... This is when the new boys started kicking into the team here. And, yeah, slightly concerning, though, that maybe it's because I'd kind of had a few fresh faces in the starting 11 that they didn't gel, didn't kind of work together. But this one, for me, was another red flag because, again, a team we should be beating quite comfortably, especially with the 11 that I did start. I definitely think they had enough about themselves to get the victory and to come away with only a 3-3 draw in this one. Again, was slightly concerning, and this is when kind of I thought maybe, just maybe, the formation and tactics need just a slight alteration because we don't seem to be utilising our chances as much as we should do. We then obviously managed to go to Tampa Bay, get a 2-1 victory there. Goals from regulars, so I'll be able to call them out this time. Diego Fernandez and Brian Wright as well. Brian Wright coming off the bench to grab a goal for the New England Revolution and the winning goal at that. We then had a 2-2 draw against Charleston as well in Magadello with 2 goals in this one in what wasn't the best real way to end a pre-season going into a match against Philadelphia. The one plus I can take away from this one is the game against Columbus. I do think we were the dominant of the two teams. The fact that we managed to beat an MLS team, the team we're going to be coming up against, a fairly decent squad as well, and still come away with a victory. Despite all this pre-season, we've never actually played really well and dominated teams fully, which is something, again, which is slightly concerning. But enough of pre-season talk. Let's move over and see who I've brought into this New England Revolution squad. Okay, left-hand side, there's a lot. You can see there's a lot there, but obviously this is including the start of the season as well. It's all blurry at the moment. I know it's not just your eyes. Don't just set or anything. It is the fact that I've kind of blurred it off just as we go through the outs. At the moment, you can just see there's 2 players that have gone out on loan, both gone to exactly the same club. Brad Knighton and Zachary Harivo. There is a few that are looking to move on, and we have got one which actually is a future transfer, which is Claude Diona. He's moving back to France. I can't actually remember which club he's going to now, but he's going back to France. I've got a decent-ish amount of money for him as well, and obviously his wage will be off the budget, which will free something up, which is kind of why maybe I've signed a few new players, as we'll delve into that right now. So in 3, 2, 1... There we go. So as you can see, down from Christian Marchena are all of the purchases I've made this season. So first of all, we bought in Ben Swanson. Now for me, Ben Swanson doesn't look as good on this game as he has done in previous games. However, normally he develops into a very tidy player indeed. 20 years of age, can play in the defensive midfield role or as a defensive midfielder if you do the retraining on that one as well. Only £500 per week. I thought this one was a bit of a steal. Again, he looks okay for the moment. He'll be a bit part player this season, but hopefully looking to develop him and he can become something special. Next up, we used our full affiliation on this one, getting in 3 loan players from Sporting. The first one being Dimitar Mitrovic. This guy here, 19 years old, from Macedonia, I believe that is. I should know that. It's Adowski's nationality. 3-star at the moment. But look at that. That's a very tidy player indeed. Obviously good versatility again. The reason why I bought this player in is for the option of playing as that attacking midfielder and out on the left, just as comfortable as well. So that was a big draw for me because that's kind of where we've got 3 very talented players at the moment in the likes of Christian Pena, Callum Rowe and Diego Fernandez. However, past that in the depth charts, we've not really got much there. We've got Juan Agudelo and Teal Bunbury that can play on the right if need be, with Diego dropping into the centre role. But on that left-hand side, we've only really got Pena of any quality at the moment. We have got Guerrero Harache, or I don't even know how you pronounce his name, but I am looking to move him on because he's definitely not the calibre of player I want. Whereas this lad, although it's only 1 season on loan, I do think he's a very talented player and I'm very happy to have him in the squad. Next up, the second in the loan from Sporting is Lamor Abayui. I don't know how you pronounce this one. Agbenyu? I really don't know. It's just Lamor. So Lamor, again, can play as a left back. I mentioned before, kind of need to look to bring in a bit more quality because I'm not too sure how much longer Timothy's going to be around. Somi potentially might be a player I look to move on. He's not massively impressed me in pre-season. Whereas this young lad, as you can see, 3.5 star at the moment, 21 years of age from Ghana, is already better than the level that I've got at the moment. So although again it is only a season on loan, who knows what can happen after that, but a very pleasing player nonetheless. The last one is Pedro Marquez. He again is on loan from Sporting Lisbon, 19 years of age. Unfortunately, is injured at the moment. He's another option for me to have up top. He's just adding that another option to kind of really push Wanagadella on with Teal Bunbury potentially being used. I'm not too sure where Teal's career lies at the moment, where his future lies with the club. But it's good to have him, and he's a poacher as well, which is good because at the moment kind of playing with that advanced forward role. But it's nice to have a player who's a bit more of a natural poacher in the team, to kind of have to come off the bench maybe as and when need be, and be pretty much an impact sub. And at the moment, obviously, his value is only 91k as well, so he's very much within that budget of New England Revolution, if at all. He impresses me in this loan spell, and we do want to buy him. Talking about buying players, this is a player I have managed to secure as well. This one is one for the future, guys. This one is a player we won't probably be seeing that much. He may come in and off the bench. He may play during cup games as well. Only 18 years old, Brazilian, Victor Naum. I really don't know how you pronounce this. Victor is what we're going to be calling him in this save. Again, obviously, he came from, I'm not too sure with the Brazilian clubs, what it is, 200k. It may seem like a good amount of money. £575 a week is a very small contract though, but he is one that I'm very excited about from the future. As I said, he's got decent versatility. Already his attributes are looking fairly impressive for a striker. He's that advanced forward is what the kind of player I'm playing at the moment as well, so he fits into that role, so it's almost a like for like for Juan Agudelo, some might say. But 14 dribbling, 15 finishing and 15 first touch already at the age of only 18 is very promising indeed. The next player I bought in on loan as well is an attacking midfield rights, and that basically I've just kind of looked at what we needed improvements in, and I've just bought the more depth players. I suppose some might say this player though is not. This player for me is going to be really hounding down Diego Fernandez. Now, if Diego does not start performing to the level that he could be, or even Mr. Callum Rowe, I've got a player definitely who could be slotting in anywhere along that right hand side really. 28 years of age, so he's a little bit more of a veteran player now. Felix I don't know how you pronounce names. Let's just say this one time. Mikolta? I don't know. Felix. It's going to be called Felix, isn't he? But as I said, he's a 3.5 star already. He didn't cost that much actually. How much was he? 17.75k. Bought in from the Mexican League as well. I'm not too sure why he was so cheap, because if you look at him already, he's definitely, already for my valuation, he's 550k. I really don't know why we managed to pick him up so cheap, but I'm not going to moan because he's a very talented player and someone who is going to, I'm at least going to get 3 or 4 decent seasons out of as well. So I'm very pleased to bring Felix into the club. Last but not least is a player from the mighty Leeds United, the team that I follow over in England, the team that I support. I am a Leeds United fan for life, marching on together and all that kind of good stuff. He's another option to kind of have that kind of, it's really weird. He can play centre-back, he can play midfield centre, but he's not quite adapted to playing that defensive central midfield role, which I'm looking to hopefully get him trained upon, if at all possible, during his time here at New England Revolution. A very solid player, a player I like over at Leeds United as well. I was quite surprised to get him in on loan. Quite surprised the fact that he was actually very interested in joining me here over in Foxborough. Again, he's more of a depth player at the moment. I've got Scotty Caldwell, I've got Casido. Not too sure what's happening with Zahibo at the moment, but really doesn't really give me a lot of depth in the midfield where I play 2. If one goes, then I've got no option. Especially with Harvey who's gone now as well. Callum Rowe can play there, yes, but again, it's not a player I want to be playing that deep in the team at the moment. So, bringing in O'Shaughnessy, I always say O'Shaughnessy, I don't know why I always say O'Shaughnessy. Bringing in O'Shaughnessy is a great option. Again, 21 years of age, and he's already a 3-star, and, the wages are quite high, but I think he'll be a good squad player for the club. Got a lot of games to play, and we've got a big one to start the season against Philadelphia. So I suppose let's roll into that, shall we? Actually, before we kind of delve into the game against Philadelphia, I just kind of want to talk to you about the finances as well. We're looking pretty good at the moment, still £5.1 million in the bank overall. We've still got a little bit of transfer budget as well, and we haven't actually got the money from the Claude Diana sale just yet because that hasn't officially gone through, although it's all been signed, sealed, and delivered. Until the transfer window opens up over in France, he will not be signing, which I think is around about July. I think it opens in somewhere, and then we've got a little bit of wage budget still left to be spending as well. Not a lot though. I think it's a couple of pounds. It's like, what is it, £29 So yeah, we're currently kind of there or thereabouts on our wage budget, so we've not got no real manoeuvre on the ins and outs. But as I said, as soon as Cordiano goes, that's another 13k per week back into the wage budget, so that's going to be huge, and it gives us that little bit more flexibility within looking in, possibly bringing in some players in the next transfer window. But financially wise, we're looking pretty solid, as I said, but we will be revisiting this probably, I'm not too sure, every week when I update the save. But yeah, so far so good. Let's roll into Philadelphia now. Okay, so going into this game, it does look like the Philadelphia are the odds-on favourites to win this one. Obviously, league position at the moment is null and void because it doesn't really mean anything because no one's played a game yet. Per formation, we both play the same formation. They've actually got 2 players out injured. We've got 2 players out injured. Unfortunately, one of them is Michael Mancienne. He's out with the flu at the moment. I've had to send him home purely because I don't want him to spread, obviously, germs around the dressing room. But this one is going to be a tough opening game of the season, I can guarantee. So let's go into the team selection. We are still rocking the 4-2-3-1 wide formation. We are playing it as a positive rather than a balanced formation now. I don't really think too much else changed it within my defensive shape. Is now slightly wider than it was before. Other than that, it's not really changed too much. It's more the roles that I've kind of had to tinker around with in terms of that. So let's have a quick look in terms of formation and starting 11 for today's match. We are going to start with Matt Turner. I think he's going to be my first choice goalkeeper until otherwise it's his shirt now to lose. At left back, we are going to be starting with one of the new signings now. There he is. Lamore is going to be starting at left back. Now the defensive partnership, unfortunately, with the injury to Michael Mancienne, is going to have to be Delamere and Ali Baba, but I'm not really too worried, to be fair. I still think that's a very, strong partnership. Ali Baba, he's not really that far off the level of the other two. I think my starting 11 would normally consist of Mancienne and Dialma, but Ali Baba is a pretty good backup in my opinion. We actually are going to start with Andrew Farrell as well. I was thinking throughout the whole thing Brandon Boy was going to be the man, but I think Andrew Farrell's attributes in this game just kind of pick himself really. He's a very strong player, to be fair. We are going to actually start the game with Scotty Caldwell, maybe. No, Scotty Caldwell is going to be the more advanced player of the two, I think, actually. And we are then going to have... Do we start Casado? I'm going to actually give my other lone player Shaughnessy the nod in this match and see what he can prove. We're then going to be going starting with Christian Penia out on that left-hand side. It is then going to be Mr. Callum Rowe as that attacking midfielder in off behind the striker. Then on the right-hand side, this is the tough decision now because they've both had decent pre-seasons, to be fair. But I think Felix is unfortunately going to get the nod ahead of Diego in this 11. But it's going to be tight, this one. And we do start with one up top. On the bench, though, we've got a decent amount of players. I'm going to actually just let the assistant pick the bench and see if I'm happy with it. I am, apart from Teal Bunbury. I don't want Bunbury on the bench. I do want my youngster because I do want to see what he's about at some point in the game. Where is he? There he is. There we go. Other than that, I'm pretty happy with that bench. We've got Tyranny. There we've got Diego. No, we don't need... Oh, actually, no. We don't need Somi and Tyranny. That's ridiculous. We don't need 2 left-backs on the bench. Who should we put on there? Shall we put Ankin? Do we put Dion? No, because Dion's got that transfer already in place. Swanson, maybe. No, I think we're going to put Casado, to be honest. He's got decent versatility as well. So there is the first official competitive lineup for my tenure here over at the New England Revolution. I'm looking for the likes of Pania and Rowe and Felix to kind of really get in behind Juan Agudelo and support him as when we can. We are doing on wing play as well, so we are looking to get the ball out wide as well as we can. But here we go. It is time for kickoff. It's New England Revolution versus Philadelphia. Let's go, Revs. Caldwell now into Rowe. This is going to be I knew that. I don't even know why I even started commentating because I knew it was nothing's going to happen. I think we are playing, let me just have a quick look on here, on extended highlights. We're playing on key. Let's change that now to extended. That's because I was playing pre-season and I kind of wanted to blast through them last few games. I've got a free kick those that do the drift the ball back into the back post, and we conceded 5 minutes into the season, and we've conceded from set pieces, something that New England Revolution fans out there will be all familiar with, because that's something that we in real life just really struggled with. Played deep into the back post and no one really tracked the run, and we would have slipped down to 10th position, which is absolutely a cracking start. Not the start we wanted for, but obviously still a long time to go in this game. Hopefully we can kind of get our foot on the ball and do something, as at the moment 10 minutes in, apart from that set piece, looking like a very drab affair. Nothing happening at all here. I did just change that to extended highlights, did I not? Did it confirm? It is on extended highlights, guys. I'm really not too sure what's going on there. I'm probably just going to slow the speed down actually ever so slightly. Can I change it slightly? Or is the next step down? Okay, that'll do. That'll do. 20 minutes in, and now nothing's happening. The best thing so far has been their goal and me adjusting the slider to change the speed down, as we have got the ball now on the left hand side. Delamea now taking the throw in for some reason. Shaughnessy plays the ball forward. It's played into Rowe. Callum Rowe now with a bit of time. Everyone's backing away. Hit it! Oh no, Callum Rowe did so well then, and all the defenders were backing off him, but for some reason just spooned his shot wide. Let's have the where's that come from? 7 shots, 3 on target from there now, as we are looking to defend a set piece once more. We've just given too much time there. Press the ball, boys. I still put pressing on quite high as they drift out to this left hand side now. They play it into the middle. They play it back outside to the right. Now they've got loads of time and space on the ball, and we're just not pressing at all as they work the ball back out to the left once more. He cuts inside. It's a decent save from Matt Turner there, a big save from him, but that's not what is. I'm just going to have to pause here for a minute, because that's not what I'm asking my players to do. Where is out of possession? Oh no, I did put this as wide. I don't know what happened there, and I was going to say that we looked far too narrow then as a defensive shape for my liking, as they just had to distribute the ball left and right hand side as Christian Pinnier. Now, could we actually hit them on the counter attack? Magadalo, hopefully he's going to hold the ball up. Does really well now. We've got space. We've got people running on the right hand side and the left here, as Lamore now on the ball whips the ball into the middle. Can we find a Revolution player? We can't. Blake clutching the ball there in the first real opportunity. They've had 9 shots, 4 of those on targets. We've had 1 shot to none. This is not looking good. I really kind of need to understand what's going on here. We're just not getting the ball at all. Why is this not working? As we're going to now be put under the pressure once more, as they're knocking the ball down nicely. Am I actually playing short passing? Because I've got a feeling for some reason we're going 2 direct as the ball is played into the box, but it is unfortunately, well, no, fortunately for us, put over the bar. Are we playing direct passing here or something? What's going on? I really do not know what's going on here at all. Let's just regroup in that one. Oh, we are more direct. But okay, let's just try shorter passing. I thought that's something that I had set, but I've obviously set it in a game, not outside of the game, so I need to kind of address that once I've finished it today. But so far, it's not looking good at all. I mean, look at that. It's been all Philadelphia, and if anything, we're actually looking to only be 1-0 down. Although, to be fair, the game's not been the best advertisement for MLS, which normally I've got a free kick once more against. That is appalling. That was what a waste of a free kick. Imagine that, getting all set up just for that. That's not the best. We've got the ball here. Lamore now plays it down to Christian Pinnier. Pinnier plays it inside to Callum Rowe now. Callum Rowe with the ball over the top, but he's actually dealt with as Agadello there. He's, I would have said fouled. He didn't even have a ball. And it's now their attack. So they play the ball up, but Andrew Farrell now picks up the ball, plays it back to Matt Turner. I'm not really too sure where this highlight is leading to, as Matt Turner is given a bit of time to run out with the ball now. Agadello wins the ball to Caldwell. Shaughnessy now back to Caldwell into Rowe. This is some nice. I just said this was. I was about to say this is a nice patient build-up play from the Revs here, but Callum Rowe then with a misplaced pass of some proportions. I'm not too sure what he was thinking there. I suppose we are playing wing play, and he's expecting a player to be on the wing. As Scotty Caldwell finds himself out on the right side, now plays it into Andrew Farrell. Farrell now on the ball. Can he get a ball into the middle? He can indeed. Wacatello gets a shot. I thought that was actually a save there, but it wasn't. It was just the angle that it came in at. But at least we had a little bit of positive play there. Lovely, well worked ball down the right hand side. Andrew Farrell with the ball into the box, but Juan Agadello unfortunately not able to convert this time round, as the game looks like it's going to peter in at halftime now in a precarious 1-0 to Philadelphia here. Not very happy with his performance whatsoever. 2 shots, none of them on target to their 12. But can we grab something here just before half time? Lamore now into Annie Barbar. Annie Barbar back to Lamore. Lamore, Shaughnessy now. Shaughnessy's got a bit of time. Finds Annie Barbar out on this left-hand side for some strange reason. Pannier now. Christian Pannier, what can you do? Plays it back to Annie Barbar. Annie Barbar with the ball into, I can't remember what his name is. Rowe, back to him. Back to Farrell now. Andrew Farrell. I will say Farrell. Farrell, go on. Agadello! There it is! We've grabbed one. We do not deserve it, but I will definitely be taking this one. Agadello with his first goal of the season. He is hopefully going to be the striker that he deserves and should be, really. Callum Rowe now playing the ball back there out to Andrew Farrell on the right hand side. Andrew Farrell with a little bit of time and space. Works a little bit more space for himself. Agadello peels off his player and buries it back across the face of the goal. The goalkeeper didn't stand a chance. We've managed to just somehow, out of nothing, go into the break with a draw so far. Not deserved at all, but unfortunately there's no team talk, something like that on Football Manager Touch, so it is just straight back out for the second half. Now, obviously, there is going to be some changes hopefully made fairly soon, to be fair, because I'm not too happy. I'm actually going to change it up now. We're going to go slightly more attacking and see if we can just do anything. I'm not too sure. I'm a little bit worried that we could get caught. That didn't go through then, did it? No, attacking. There we go. I'm slightly obviously worried that we might get caught, but hopefully if we go attacking, then I swear I did change it to shorter passing, did I not? Yes, I did. Yeah, he's just done a very direct pass there, Mr. Caldwell, which is not what I'm telling you to do. So I'm not too sure what was going on there, but there's now Cam's got the ball for Philadelphia, and he's just weaving around players like they're not even there. Has a shot, but unfortunately for him, it was well wide of the mark. As we do hopefully look to, we need to really get a fold in this game here now and try to just do something with the ball. As I said, I put it on shorter passing. I kind of want us to play some nice football, as that first goal pretty much came from that. But there's been a few players which, to be fair to me, are not putting in a shit at the moment. I'm actually going to, I did say shift there, by the way, YouTube, I did not swear. I just talk very fast. Christian Pannier has not impressed me in the slightest. Sorry, the game is slightly lagging here, so we are going to bring on Dimitar for his debut as well. Did that what you went through, and then other than that, we're just going to leave it for the time being. Yeah, Pannier for me, I mean, he's obviously a very talented player in real life, a New England Revolution MVP of all people, but so far not looking too good, as we do now look to be on the back foot as a Cam has got the ball, plays it back out to the left hand side. They do manage to now just find an absolute ton of space, have a shot, but luckily Matt Turner is on form. Got a corner to defend now though, as he play the ball. It's gone quite wide. Shaughnessy now can actually look to hit a counter-attack. It's not a hopeful ball forward. Though as Lumar though, just pick out Agadello, back post, go on Felix! Oh my word, what a save! What a huge save, first time volley from Felix there, as they do now to look to, what's his counter-attack, there we go. A Cam plays the ball, oh he's overloaded on the right side and it is a goal. That was a very well worked counter-attack from Philadelphia there, as Dolac has scored. As Cam picks the ball here, drives forward, no New England Revolution players putting any pressure on him whatsoever, just letting him drive forward, plays the ball in there to Licino, and he sees the run from Dockler, and it's very composed finish from him. But that, look at them all waving their arms out, but you're all to blame there. None of you put any pressure on the player at all. As I know I've just done some tactical changes, but I'm just going to pause the game once more as we do look to, we need something to happen here. So do we do want to focus the player? Okay, let's not have the wing backs overlapping. We will actually, no, we're trying to work the ball into the box now. We still want to be extremely high. We really want high tempo. Yeah, we do want short passing in transition. Let's have a quick look here. So I've told them to regroup when the possession has been. We're going to look to counter though. Don't really want to slow the pace down or distribute quickly. Distribute into the flanks, which makes sense. Then out of possession, we are looking to. Okay, we'll go tighter marking, and we'll do the high press, because that was a joke. That was an absolute joke. No one was putting any pressure on the ball whatsoever, and he just had time to pick out his pass, and then an overload on the right hand side, and they had one or two players that could have picked out, to be fair. But yeah, not been the most impressive performance though. Delamea now passes the ball directly to them. What the hell is going on here? This is an absolute joke though, as they do just ping the ball forward. It's going to be 3-1. What the hell is going on? This is an absolute fucking joke. We're going to very attacking. We're going to make some substitutions here as well. That was an Delamea there just played the ball directly to him. You're actually coming off the pitch for that, because that was a joke. I'm just going to put Andrew Farrell at centre back, and then I'm going to bring on. Oh shit! I've literally got no options on the bench. He's going to have to stay on because I have literally got no options. I could put Shaughnessy there. Casado on. I just need him off the pitch. To be perfectly honest, we'll bring on Casado, and then we will bring on Felix. It's not had a terrible game, but we'll bring on the trusted Diego. Come on, let's get something. Just look at this though. A poor decision from Delamea, and I just caught absolute napping there. In behind, round the back, one ball, just killed out 3 defenders there, and 20 shots, 10 of those on target. This is pretty much the worst performance you can get. We were looking to get a goal at all, but this has been an absolute shit show of a performance from the New England Revolution here. And to be fair, it's not the start I wanted. I was worried coming into this game because pre-season wasn't as convincing as it needed to be for me. I bought in a few players. Hopefully we could have shaken things up, but at the moment, the squad to me just, I don't know. It's lacking something. Maybe I just don't need to be playing this formation. Maybe this formation is completely. It seems to make sense to me. It's what, is working to our strengths of what players we've got. As Callum Rowe does actually finally win the ball back, but it's an absolute atrocious pass there. Just not playing it. I told you, short pass to the player's feet. I'm not looking to. Oh my God, Shaughnessy now playing at the back, and it's just fucked up Rawley there. What is going on? What is going on? It can't be just because Michael Mancien's not here. That can't be it. What, Mancien doesn't play and we go to fucking shit show at the back? This is an absolute nightmare start to the season. It should be 4-1, 5-1 probably, if you go off the what's going on here. Or it shouldn't even be 5-1, it should be 5-0. We just got lucky. And but this formation obviously is just not working. This whole, what I've done here just isn't working. As Lamore now has the ball, he's going to knock the ball hopefully into the box. Can we get a consolation goal? As Agadello unfortunately can't even get it on target, which I think just pretty much sums up. Wing play isn't working. It's where I thought our strengths were. It's where I still think our strengths are. But this formation, this whole thing, just obviously just isn't working. And I probably should have just, in pre-season, I kind of kept thinking to myself that it's not working, but I kept thinking, well, it's got to work, because a long ball actually does play over top. One Agadello through, but Blake with a big save there. To be fair, we definitely deserve it, as we've got a corner though. Callum Rowe with an opportunity to play the ball into the middle. It's dealt with. Caldwell plays the ball back out to Rowe, but he is offside. I was thinking in pre-season that maybe this isn't where we need to go, but we kept grinding out results. And to be fair, if we play like this in pre-season, I should have noted it was against lesser teams. Then I thought maybe in the MLS season we could grind out results. We're playing better now as we've adapted this very attacking approach. But I am probably thinking that Philadelphia have dropped to a more conservative approach now. But that was an absolute shower of shit. Not going to lie. I was going to say I'm going to be demonetised. I haven't even got a network. The video can't be monetised anyway. I've got no way of getting any ad revenue from any videos at the moment. So, yeah. That was an absolute shower of shit. Philadelphia East to victory. I think that's rather fitting. And Andy Barbar makes his Revolution debut. Not really the best game to make your debut, is it? So, that pretty much. I'm just going to clear this squad now, and I'm going to go back to the drawing board, guys. If you can help me down below, you've had a little bit of an introduction to the players in the first episode. So if you haven't seen that episode, then please go back and watch. There should be hopefully a card on the screen, or the link will be in the description down below, or just click on my name and find the video. You've seen what players I have bought in. So this is the squad on the team, linked, obviously sorted by ability at the moment. As you can see, to me, this is shouting that we've got two very talented players that can play out wide in Pena and in Diego Fernandez. Although, to be fair, let me just remove the filters at the moment because I've got obviously players hidden. So there we go. So this is what the club is looking like. You know, got our best player is for some reason our attacking left midfield player. I wasn't saying it because of that. I'm saying it because of Andrew Farrell's Alex play now. See, our defence should be okay. We've got you know, a good right back, a good 2 central defensive partnership, and a good left back. That looks okay. We've then got, you know, a good right midfielder, a good left midfielder, a good holding midfielder. So that's saying to me that the formation that I am playing at the moment is the right formation, but maybe the style of play I'm playing isn't the right style of play. So if you guys could help me out by leaving as much feedback in the comment section down below, and I will obviously look to take that on board. I'm going to have a play away. There is probably a delay between me putting this video out and me possibly recording the next video, because I've got a bit of time now, so I might go forward and record the next video. So it might not be instant, your feedback, but I will look to take it as much on board as I can, because obviously I need help. In terms of where we're going to be joining each other next, I'm going to play a few of these games off camera. When is going to be the first New Revolution versus Chicago game? We've got it there on the 9th of June. So that's quite far away. But I'm probably going to play all of these games over in March off now, and then I might come back to the start. I might play the first game every single month, but sometimes that's going to be 2 games against Montreal, and you know, no one wants to see 2 games against Montreal, do they? But we're going to join you next time round. I'm just going to play these 3 games. We're going to play against Colorado, New York, and Houston off camera, and then I'm going to join you back on the 6th of April against Montreal. And then I'm not too sure. We'll just kind of take it from there. Obviously, I do kind of want to show that Atlanta game as well, because I think that will be, well, hopefully by the time we get to there, we'll have worked something out and we'll actually be in some form. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up today's video, guys. Apologies for the shit show. If you can help me any way you can do in the comment section down below, that would be much appreciated. If you have, for some reason, enjoyed this video, then please show your support by dropping a like on the video. I have been Just M1ke Plays, and I'll speak to you legends soon. What an absolute fucking joke.